This is a 4,000 sided wheel containing every tradable item the game has to offer. We're going to start with 100 mil because that's pretty much all the cash I have at the moment. So without further ado, let's get spinning. Quick disclaimer, if something is completely unviable, like it's a 2GP item or something no one's buying and selling with no liquidity, we're just going to spin the wheel again because the coach is going to make some money. We need some good items. All right, the time has come to spin the wheel. Come on, give me something good. Something good. I'm hoping for like super restores or some good armor, something with liquidity. Come on. What are we getting? Adamant set legs. Okay. To the second spin. Hopefully something a bit better. If you've watched any of my videos, you know I like clue boxes, any LMS rewards, rune arrows would be great. Something good. What the hell is this? We are re-spinning. Come on, we need some luck here. We need some luck. And you can't even see the items, they're so small. 4,000 sides. Sanguinesti staff, let's go. That's got to be good. That's got to be pretty good. All right, we have our first item. I'm not usually a big fan of these sort of 20 mil items because the tax kind of kills you, but I'm not going to complain too much because I reckon we can flip some good money. Good second item. Spin number 3. Third time's a charm. Let's get something good, something to go with the rest. What are we going to get for number 3? Oh, which one is that? Is that Hobby Shield? 2K? Oh my god. I mean, we can get a few of them, so we will give these a shot because look at some of these flips. So we're going to chuck them in. Surely the 4 spin gives us something like a whip, a DDS, something exciting that we can get a few flips on every day. Torva plate. Oh my god, I don't even have the money for that. Unfortunately, we are not rich enough for the Torva plate. That's what this series is for. We need to make some more money. The coach needs to build the bank. Hopefully with this spin, we can get something worth flipping. Dude, how do we get that again? What? That's insane. It's a 1 in 4,000. Guys, we need to be making some money here. Spin number 5. We need to get a bit luckier. Come on, like a Sara Godsword or something, like a hilt. That would be pretty epic if we could get something like that. An obsidian helmet, that seems a bit better because people are actually using these. Who knows? Okay, this is looking decent. You can get 70 of these every 4 hours. We need this last spin to be something good. Something high liquidity. I'm really hoping for like potions or food, rune arrows, any divine potions, Sara brews even. Abyssal dagger, poisons. Surprisingly, a few of these buying. So we'll definitely give them a crack. I mean, someone apparently got one for 200k. All right, I'm happy with that. I feel like we've got a good amount of stuff. So I forgot that I had an extra spin left because the duplicate Sanguinesti stuff threw me out a bit. So here is the 6th spin. There's no fucking way. We just got a Sara Hill after I just asked for one a couple of spins ago. Let's go. I'm even more excited now than when I first started spinning the wheel. Let's get in game and get some of these offers in. Welcome back, legends. I've just put out offers in. One thing I think I forgot to mention is that like if I get like a hilt or a Void Waker gem, for example, I'm gonna allow myself to make the full item. So if I get the hilt, I'm allowed to make the God Sword. Same thing if I got like a Void Waker gem, I'm allowed to make the Void Waker, Hydra's Claw, Lance. You guys get it. So I have committed the cardinal sin of muting my mic for the first clip, but to quickly recap, we got a small win on the obsidian helmets. I think we can spread the margin out a bit wider, so we're gonna go for that tomorrow. I think the first big win is these, I'm not even gonna try and pronounce it, but these obsidian range things because the spread's pretty big. It's only about a 200k win, but that's not too bad. I really don't know what I was thinking with these adamant sets, so we've just chucked them in for really a little bit of profit. It's negligible, but that means we'll get to spin the wheel tomorrow. So hopefully we can just cook overnight and get rolling on a big day 2. I will see you guys there. Now, legends, this has to be one of the worst subscribed to non-subscribed ratios I've ever seen. So if you guys are enjoying the content, I would love it if you guys subscribe to the channel. Thanks. So we started day 2 by spinning the wheel twice, once to replace the adamant sets because we're only making like a K off them and we need to make more money. And the other one, we just wanted to use up one of our free spots. So as you can see, we got a rune pouch note and ring of endurance, so pretty good. And we wouldn't have to wait too long before securing our first big win of the series. All right, legends, we have our first decent win of the little mini series here. We got about 800k, maybe a little less on the Sanguinesi stars, and the rune pouches, it's only a couple 100k. I probably should invest a bit more money in them, but I don't know where we're going to take it from. So I'm just relaxing here fishing, and I'm kind of confused because all 3 Abyssal Dagger poisoned all sold at once. Like, who is buying these in bulk? I can't believe we're actually making money on these. Day 3, we are back and we have some wins. It's good to see. Not a whole lot of stuff buying and selling here, but the 2 main items going really well. It's at least probably about $1.5 million on these 2 items, so that's awesome. So we're gonna roll with this stuff probably another day, and then we might spin the wheel again tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see how we go. Guys, I forgot to mention that the goal for this series is to make a green cash stack in 1 week. So can we make 10 mil in 1 week using nothing but items that a wheel has given us to flip? I'd say we just started day 3, so it's been about 2 full days, and we've made about 3 mil, maybe a little bit more than that. So I'd say we're a bit on track, getting carried by these Sanguinesis and Abyssal Daggers. Hopefully, though, we can get some wins on the other items. The rest of day 3 and 4 was spent booking some wins on the Sanguinesi staves, rings of endurance, and rune pouch notes. I decided not to spin the wheel again just yet because I wanted to try and keep the amount of spins as low as possible so as to not cheese the challenge. However, because Deadman Annihilation started on day 3, we were unable to sell many of the Toxil Ools as everyone PKing was on the DMM servers, and so we decided we'd spin the wheel once we sold our stack of them. Alright, slight problem. I thought we were going to make bank on these Abyssal Daggers. We got them for, I think, like $23.50. They were selling up here. We got a little bit greedy, and now they've dropped to 2 mil. Oh, that is not good. We got 4 of them as well. That's okay. We'll see if we can get money back on these. Alright, so we got these daggers for 2.4. I'm going to put them in for a bit over that because I don't want to lose any money. It's a real shame because I thought we were going to make a good mill on those, but the market's just sort of tanked a bit. Like I said, these ranged obsidian things, there's just not enough people PKing, so we're probably lucky we sold as many as we did for 3k. We're just going to try and get rid of these, and then when these sell off later today, we'll spin the wheel again. Mostly good news here. The obby rings have finished selling off, so we get to spin the wheel and hopefully add 1 more good item to the repertoire here. A couple of these daggers have sold, which I'm happy about. They were probably what I was most concerned about. Bit worried that no more green bars, but we'll be able to figure this out. Let's go and spin the wheel. Let's spin the wheel and see what we get, and then we'll figure the rest out after that. You guys will have to let me know in future, do you want to see me doing more spins, less spins? I've sort of been trying to keep true to the challenge and not spin it too much, but at the same time, I want to try and keep it interesting for you guys and get some good flips and, you know, have a decent goal for the series. So definitely let me know next time. I think if I was just to do, say, 8 spins for 8 spots in the G, that would be incredibly difficult with some of the items it picks. But anyways, enough yapping. Well, this could be the last time we spin it. This could be, so hopefully it is something pretty decent that we can get a good finish to the series. Silk, oh my god. Yeah, I don't think that's happening. Hold on. All right, hopefully after that silk, we can get something a bit better to finish off the series. Yeah, I really do think it would be impossible just to do 8 spins and get anything entertaining because there's just so many trash items in the game. Zora scales, we'll finish with those. High liquidity, I'm sure they're quite competitive. And with bots being banned a lot at Zora, oh, there is no margin. But with a 2, 3, 4 million liquidity, there's no way I can be respinning the wheel. We're just gonna have to try and do what we can. 30,000 an hour, 30,000 every 4 hours. Oh man, it just looks like they're so heavily merged, but we'll give them a shot. We'll give them a shot. I don't want to be respinning the wheel too many times, so I'm gonna go back in game, finish off this challenge strongly. Hello. We have money back on a couple of the abyssal daggers, which I'm very happy about. We're just gonna lower this a little bit more and try and sell the last 2 off so that we can try and buy a few more. I was super excited when we rolled the Sarah Hilt, but I'll show you guys in a moment that there's just no profit to be made. If you're buying hilts at the moment, you're losing money. So I don't know who's buying them. So I have a bone to pick with the Sarah Godsword merchants. Look at this. They're buying and selling for 26.5 mil, or you can sell them for 27 mil. Now the hilts, which we need 600k for the blade and another 500k in tax, we're going to pay a little bit more. And they're buying for 26.6. What is this? What is this? Who is buying all these hilts and losing money? I'm so confused. Guys, how am I meant to make any proper profit on Zora scales when they've been the featured item on the GE for 11 years? No, there's gonna be no money to make. We are getting to the pointy end of this little mini series, and unfortunately the markets have slowed right down, which is a bit of a concern, but we still got a fair bit of time to get some more flips in. At first, I was a bit worried about the Zora scales because I only made 90k on the first batch of 30,000, but if we can get 4 of the 30,000s a day, because it's 30,000 every 4 hours, then we can make 360k, so that's not too bad. The other thing is the hilts has been really disappointing. We've only gotten 1 of them for the whole week, and it was only like 300k. Hopefully we have some good news in the next clip. We gotta ramp it up, because as you can see, I've got just under 1 mil here and about 108 mil in the G minus tax. So it could get pretty tight towards the end. We need this green cash stack. We need it. I am starting to regret doing this challenge during week 1 of Deadman Mode Annihilation, because we have less than 24 hours and nothing is selling. Man, I cannot wait to do this challenge again during a normal week of RuneScape. But we can't completely blame Deadman. I mean, how much of the actual server is on there? Let's have a look. How split is the server? I think it's because some of the items we've had as well are PK items, such as the Rune Pouch No and the initial Toxil Ooze. So, wow, there's a lot more on Deadman than I thought. I mean, it is only like day 5 of Deadman. Wow. Guys, if we don't hit the goal, then that's my excuse. Oh, there may be some life left in this challenge, guys. Yes, we may have just been merching rune pouches for the last 3 or 4 hours, getting a few small profitable flips and money back on the Rings of Endurance, but we still have time to make a little bit more profit. I'm a bit reluctant to up the Sanguinesi stars because they're on a bit of a trajectory upwards, and I don't want to get stuck holding 2 and then they drop like 2 mil. I'm a bit irrationally scared of that happening at the moment, right at the end of the series. My fellow compadres, the challenge is over. We have sold everything off. Nothing too interesting happened in the last sort of 24 hours. We did get some small flips though, as we zoom through all that. As you can see, we're just pretty much merching rune pouches and Zora scales, so nothing too crazy. Let's head over to the results and see what happened. Did we make the 10 mil cash stack? Did we win the challenge? Let's find out. It's been 7 days since we began this challenge, and I know you guys have lots and lots of questions like, did the coach make the green cash stack? Is he the best merchant in the game? Did he ever get more than 1 Sarah Hilt? To answer your question, after 1 week of flipping using only items a 4,000 sided wheel has picked for us, we made 9 mil. We made 9.7 mil. We actually failed the challenge, guys. It was just, if I take 100 mil out, it was just too hard not being able to change items. It was really frustrating at times, not always being able to switch up items that aren't working. But I do love the randomized aspect of the challenge, and I'm keen to go again. I cannot believe we didn't even make 10 mil. That is crazy. Let me know what you guys thought, and we're definitely going to have to run this one back because, man, we needed the green cash stack. As always, legends, I had a blast making this one, so thank you all for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.